Good day, Tarot viewers. Welcome to our Timeless Oracle reading. Now, our Oracle card for today belongs to the Archangel Animal, uh, Archangel Animal Oracles, and at the same time also we have here the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. And the Oracle card for today shows the Spirit Animal Dog. Okay. Now, before we go to the reading of the card, I just would like to share something about spirit animals. How do you know if you have which your spirit animal is? Well, oftentimes the spirit animal uh, are those animals that usually are you encounter very often in your dreams. And they usually appear in those significant moments of your life, especially when a chapter closes and a new chapter begins. One of the spirit animals that has been accompanying me since my earlier years has been the spirit animal of the dog and the wolf. They would often appear in those points in my life where I would have to make a certain decision. Like, for example, there was one time when I dreamt of a pack of wolves who were running towards a hill, and then they stopped, and the leader of the pack looked back at me as if he's asking, "Are you coming along or not?" Okay. I didn't run after them. And so they turned around and they started running. And they started running very fast that I know I will never be able to catch up with them. It happened also that it was a premonition actually of an event in my life where a group of my batchmates were about to move forward and I decided not to join them. And what truly happened is that I was left behind. And it took me several years to be able to catch up with them. It was then that I realized that truly there are certain animals in your dream that help you make decision. Somehow they also give you premonition of a possible event, and they help you anticipate this event and help you make good decisions. Sometimes also you would encounter certain animals that you see very often in your waking hours. Like, for example, looking out the window, you see a certain type of bird that often comes to visit you or passes by you. For example, if a raven constantly comes before you or shows themselves before you, then there's a need for you to listen to this. Maybe oftentimes when you encounter a certain animal that keeps popping up before you, not only in your dreams, but also in your waking hours, there is a message that you need to listen to. Oftentimes you can get the message, okay, if you constantly see a raven or a crow, you try to look it up, what is the meaning of the raven and the crow, and you will realize that the meaning that they have or they symbolize is usually a message for you in your present situation in life. So it is very important for us to be constantly aware of the nature around us, to be constantly aware what kinds of animals often show themselves before us. They usually carry with them a certain message. The same also with our dreams, especially when upon seeing them, they give you a certain sense of certainty that they have something to tell you. It is important for you to consider them. That is why also we consider these things, no? So that somehow you will have an overview of what these symbolisms mean, so that if ever you will encounter them, it is easy for you to understand that maybe they are guiding you, giving you a sign. Part of developing intuition is being sensitive to nature, because nature speaks to us in many ways. Sometimes even the trees, when you constantly see a certain variety or certain species of trees, they usually also have a message for us and they guide us. Sometimes, for example, if you ask a tree of, for example, a certain question, usually they respond not immediately. It might take some time, but sometimes they show themselves in your dream and then they will answer your question. Yeah, it's a matter of depending on your the beauty with this channel that we have here is that we are open to all faiths, all ways of thinking. So in a certain faith that you do not consider this one, it's okay. Just let it be. But it's also welcome to other faiths, so those who are open to it. Uh, this channel is open to everyone and open to certain beliefs. And it is also good also for us to have an open mind, to be open to it. Uh, there are certain parallelism between different faiths and certain wisdoms that we can learn from them that could help us in our own journey. The important thing is that because when you are already growing in your intuitive life, you need to be open to certain points of view that you were not open in the past. It is by opening yourself to such knowledge and such possibilities that you will be able to evolve faster. Uh, Sometimes you need to be open to allow the spirit to guide you. Um, there are certain fixed beliefs that we might have that might sometimes become a burden also to your progress in your spiritual journey. So just allow the spirit to guide you. The spirit will let you know which signs or which experiences will help you in your journey. Just be open always and have this humility to accept the reality that we do not know everything. When you are that, it brings you to that receptivity mode that allows you to be more docile to the guiding hand of the spirit and the divine, and also your spirit guides. Okay, now let us go to the spirit animal dog. Okay, it says here, be disciplined in your home and community life. Dog represents friendship or friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. Okay, the beauty about dogs is yes, they are symbols of unconditional love. They teach us, no, the dog is already happy just being with the master. So it's like that. Some people have this characteristic of just being happy with the people that they care about, the people that they give importance in their life. They do not expect their love to be returned. And this is one good example of the dog. The dog teaches us how to love unconditionally. Because the dog, they share their time and their love with you, not because they expect you to love them in return. It reminds us of, it shows us how truly unconditional love is. When you have unconditional love, it means that your relationship with the divine is so deep that you don't need other people to fill up your cup, because your cup is overflowing because the divine fills it up. The dog has similar characteristics in that they just love and they don't expect others to fill up their cup. Their joy is to see the people that they care for share in the joy that they have. That is why when the dog is with you, you find a certain joy, because the dog has this bubbly character where they are just happy just being with you. You notice that a dog sometimes will just uh, lie down beside the master. Even when the master is very busy, even if they have to wait for many hours, they find joy just being there beside the master. It's the same for a person who has unconditional love. Their joy is just to share their happiness, the joy and the graces that they receive from the divine to the person that they care for, and they don't expect the other person to give it back. So yeah, the dog teaches us about unconditional love. And then there is also this devotion and dedication, or they are willing to spend a lot of time to the person that they value. And this is one good quality. The dog also has this uh, ability to care for their community and their family. You know, the loyalty of the dogs in their pack, or the wolves in their pack. They are willing to work hard in order to contribute to the benefit of the community. The dogs are like that also. They always have this always willingness to be of service to the people that they care for, and also the community that they belong to, the pack, the dog pack that they belong to, or the wolf pack that they belong to. They also have the ability of being alone, no, but there is always this great joy of being able to share their affection to other people. This is also a very good example for those who are light workers, those who are giving counseling. The dogs teaches us how to accompany people in their journey. The dog usually just listen. They don't tell us what we should do. Their joy is just to listen to us. Sometimes when you have a trouble, you have a problem, you just talk with the dog and the dog will just listen to you. And afterwards you feel good already. Somehow it's the same also with light workers and those who accompany people in their struggles. Sometimes we can learn from the dog by learning to just listen. Sometimes when we listen to people, we listen to them because we want to give an answer. But sometimes what people just need is somebody to just listen. Even if this person doesn't have an answer, just to know that somebody is there willing to listen to them is already a big thing for these people who are undergoing challenges in life. So this is another lesson that we can learn from the dog. Learning to just listen. And in moments when we feel helpless, when we do not know how to help somebody, sometimes just being there beside them, just as the dog being there beside us, is already a big thing to the people who are undergoing some challenges in life. The dog can teach us a lot about companionship, about accompaniment, about sharing love unconditionally. There are still many things that you can reflect with the spirit animal dog. And I know if you will spend more time with it, it can enrich you and make you a better person through the example of this spirit animal. Well, that's it for now. Until next time, have a great day.